first down. They hand off to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, INDY. And again, it's picked up. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with his second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's gonna go. A pick six for the Maniac.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
Xzavier Caudill here, aka High Octane Analysis, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 matchups for this Colts versus Baltimore game that's really going to be key and good ones to watch. The first matchup I got here is going to be Ngakoue versus Anthony Castonzo. Ngakoue, you all probably know him. He's from Jacksonville. He's been traded to 2 different teams now, went to the Vikings, and we played against him earlier in the season, but now he's been traded to Baltimore, and this is going to be his first game for Baltimore. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays. But we saw this matchup already. And in this matchup, Ngakoue got the best of Anthony Castonzo. This is the second week in a row I put Castonzo in here, is because Castonzo, I don't really want to call him a liability, but he's definitely the weak link of this offensive line now. Last year, you couldn't say that. Last year, you could have said Mark Glowinski, but Mark Glowinski's really turned his play around and is now one of the better people on this offensive line, probably third. Braden Smith's having kind of a down year, but Anthony Castonzo has really dropped his play this year. And Ngakoue took advantage of him in this first matchup. I think he actually won 6 of the 8 one-on-one matchups against him week 1. So that's, kind of alarming. It's kind of bad to see that. But Anthony Castonzo still had a couple plays where he looked pretty good. But Ngakoue is a really good pass rusher. But let's see the first play here. On this first play, Ngakoue is going to show what he does best. It's use his finesse, use his spin move. And here you're going to see him go inside, get Castonzo off balance, get him running, and then immediately spin back and get pressure on Rivers. Let's see here. Yeah, really good play there from Ngakoue. Really good job from him. Again, what he does best is speed, is pass rush. He's not that good of at setting the edge. He's not that good at stuffing the run, but what he is good at is pass rushing, and that's something you saw a lot of week 2 of him just beating Castonzo. Again, a really pretty move there from Ngakoue. Do it one more time and we'll move on to the next. Yeah, excellent move there. So on this play, we're going to see Ngakoue get the inside of Anthony Castonzo. And how he does that is Anthony Castonzo's asked to jump set right here on play action. What happens is he just turns his shoulders a little bit too far to the outside there and allows Ngakoue to really just rip inside and get straight to Rivers. A really good move here by Ngakoue. Ngakoue's a super fast guy. He's not slow in any way, shape, or form. This dude's agile. He can move well off the edge. And he was a 70 pressure guy at Jacksonville. So if that, tells you anything, he at one point in his career was an elite pass rusher, and he's not old. So, we could see him get back to that form. It's going to be interesting to see how they play. Again, it's going to be interesting. But here, he just puts a really good move on Castonzo. And let's see here. Jump set. Yeah, just beats him right to his inside. That's just Castonzo having bad technique, really, on this play. Notice how he gets off both of his feet, kind of up in the air there. Yeah, it's just not what you want to see from your tackle. But Ngakoue makes him pay for it and gets straight to Rivers here with a good pressure and a quarterback hit. Rivers still letting a good ball go. Love to see that for our Colts. But really good play by Ngakoue there. Pressure Rivers didn't need to feel. Let's see it one more time. And we'll move on to the next matchup, which is going to be Quentin Nelson versus Calais Campbell. So for our next matchup, we're going to be seeing Quentin Nelson versus Calais Campbell. And Calais Campbell, if you guys know him, he was also a guy that played for Jacksonville. So 2 players now, 2 good defensive linemen from Jacksonville are now playing for the Baltimore Ravens from that 2017 team. Calais Campbell's super talented, and they got him playing D tackle now, and that's really where he should be at this point in his career. It's kind of slowed down a bit, but he's still strong. He's still 6'8", 300, huge guy. But, you know, Quentin Nelson, two-time All-Pro, 330, 6'4", huge guy too. This is going to be a really good matchup, especially in the trenches. This is going to be the matchup to watch for this game. Quentin Nelson, as you know, is a beast, and the best matchup I could find that would really kind of resemble Calais Campbell was Quentin Williams from the Jets. And you saw a few reps here. I'm going to show you a few reps here of Quentin Nelson beating Quentin Williams. And Quentin Williams and Calais Campbell, to me, kind of resemble each other. They play the same. They're really good at stuffing the run. They're strong. They're big. They're agile for their size. And they both can kind of get at the quarterback. You saw Calais Campbell get 3 sacks against Washington this year. He showed a little bit of why they pay him that check. But, yeah, without further ado, let's get into this clip here. On this play, you're going to see Quentin Nelson just absolutely bulldoze Quentin Williams right here. And what happens is Castonzo takes a step, gets a little piece of his shoulder just to ensure that Quentin Nelson takes over. But Quentin Nelson took a really good step here and gets completely onto Quentin Williams and just puts him on his back. Let's see it here. We'll see it in slow motion. A good step by Quentin Nelson there. Takes over, gets his helmet on the other side of his face, and just puts him flat on his back. What a block by Quentin Nelson there. We'll see it in full speed one time too. Yeah, this is really going to be the matchup to watch. Calais Campbell is super talented, but so is Quentin Williams. So this is really, like I said, this is just the best matchup I could find. But a really good play here from Quentin. Really displaying why he's going to get paid and why he's been a 2-time All-Pro his first and second season. So on this play, we're going to see Quentin Nelson again versus Quentin Williams. This time, we're going to see Quentin Nelson absolutely obliterate him in pass protection. And then after the play, you're going to see Quentin Williams jump. And what happens whenever you jump against Quentin Nelson? You get buried. And on this play, it's no exception. He absolutely just gets put on his back once he jumps. That being said, I do like Quentin Williams, and he had a few good reps against Quentin Nelson this game, but Quentin Nelson's the real deal, and Calais Campbell's really going to have to bring his A game if he wants the best Quentin Nelson this Sunday. But let's see the play here. Good job mirroring him and then just putting him on the ground. You see it there? We'll see it in slow-mo just to help a little bit. There he goes right there on the ground. Really good job there by Quentin. Again, you know, this guy's a 2-time All-Pro. Calais Campbell, multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's going to be a superb matchup down there. Especially since, like I said, I really like what they've done putting Calais Campbell at that D tackle spot, because right now I think that's best where he's suited. And last year too, I thought so. It's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, again, really good block here. Really good job to bury him. If you're going to jump, all offensive linemen should always bury them to, you know, deter them from wanting to jump again. But again, let's see it just one more time, full speed. Got really good job mirroring him initially and then putting him on the ground. Great job there from Quentin. And now on to Calais Campbell here. Calais Campbell's a player I really can't brag on enough, because I love Calais Campbell. Even though he played for Jacksonville back in 2017 when they had that good year, I've always liked Calais Campbell, what he's brought to the table, his competitive spirit, you know, how hard he fights on a play. He just fights so hard to win that rep. And right here, you're going to see that. He really doesn't put a move on this guy. He just wheels his way to the quarterback for this sack. And against Washington, Calais Campbell had 3 sacks, like I said. So he is a guy that's going to make plays. This is a backup, actually, for the Eagles. Brandon Brooks is injured, as we all know that. Brandon Brooks being an all-pro-esque guard, he's a beast. And I'm sure the Eagles miss him. But here you're going to see him working against this matchup. You're just going to see him will himself. He doesn't put a move. He just fights his outside shoulder and eventually gets the wins and gets the sack. Let's see it. Yeah, good job there of using his right hand to gain leverage to get back to the inside, knocking him off balance. That was a really good job there. Watch it. Here's his right hand. Knocks him off balance. It's right to the quarterback. Great job there from Calais. And like I said, he's just a competitor. He gets on the line. You know, he's older now, above 35. He just loves to play football. And this year, he's had the production. He's had the talent. He's played at a high level. It's going to be really interesting seeing him versus Quentin Nelson when they line him up over there. But again, really good job there from Calais Campbell. And we're going to move on to the next play now. Again, we see Calais Campbell lined up over number 66 here. But he's not the one he's going to really beat. They're going to run a stunt play here, and you're going to crash Calais Campbell to the inside. And they're going to bring this linebacker over in. But what really stood out to me about this play was just the fact that Calais Campbell can just crash into Jason Kelce and carry him to wins for this sack. If you don't know who Jason Kelce is, he is a multi-time Pro Bowler, one of the most consistent centers in the league in recent years. He's been a beast. And Calais Campbell right here is setting this play up for his linebacker. He actually just stunts in, hits Kelce, and just runs all the way to wins for this sack. So let's see here. Boom, hits Kelce and just carries him for the sack and engulfs Wentz there. Really good job from Calais Campbell. I love Calais Campbell. Like I said, I can't brag on him enough. And here you're just going to see him beat one of the best centers in the league and just get to Wentz. Or a great job there from Campbell. So on to our last matchup here. And that's going to be Mark Andrews versus Darius Leonard. And this is a matchup we're going to see a lot because Mark Andrews requires somebody very talented to cover him. Mark Andrews is a beast in my opinion. He's really well-rounded. He's not super talented at run blocking, but he's not bad. But he's a very talented route runner. He's very talented in that open field. And he just gets open. He just gets open. And last year you saw that 10 touchdowns to Mark Andrews. He's already on pace for that again. He's already at 5 touchdowns. And against Washington, he scored 2 of them. And you're going to see why. And here you're going to see him run the levels pattern here. You're going to see this guy go underneath, and you're going to see Mark Andrews go right over the top and find this open room for Jackson. Jackson actually is in trouble on this play. They're going to send the house. And Jackson has to scramble out and hit Andrews. And you're going to see it here. And he makes a really good catch. And that's one of the other things that I like about Andrews is that he doesn't care if someone's on his back. He's going to make the catch. But watch him find this space. See how he doesn't stay flat. He finds that space and goes with it. It's a really good job by him recognizing where the space is going to be and getting open for his quarterback. And then he makes a good contested catch right there for a touchdown and a 25-yard gain. Great job there from Mark Andrews. So on this last play I have for Mark Andrews, you're going to see what I was talking about. He just gets open, and he's a good route runner. And so on this play, you're going to see him take off, blow past this linebacker up the seam for a 22-yard touchdown. And on this play, like I said, he's a great route runner, and he's fast. He's not a slow tight end whatsoever. So let's see here. He's going to run up the seam, catch this ball right there, walk right into the end zone. Really good job by him. His speed there is what really makes this play. Slower tight end isn't going to get this touchdown. This guy right here is going to be able to get over to him if he's any slower. And the linebacker will probably be able to play a little bit better defense. But being Mark Andrews, he's going to be fast. He's going to be aggressive with that, with his left arm there to get by that guy. And he's going to catch that ball and walk right into the end zone for a wide open touchdown. Great job there. Another thing about Mark Andrews, and we'll move on to Darius Leonard, is just the synergy him and Lamar Jackson have. And you can really see it on the field. Lamar Jackson's always looking for him. He's his safety outlet. And if we want to win this game, Darius Leonard is really going to have to play good coverage on him, because I could almost guarantee you he has called on him to guard him multiple times this game. But let's get on to this next clip. So on this first clip here, you're going to see Darius Leonard get sent on a blitz. And one of the things that this Lions seems like to do is running screen to their tight end. Like the Ravens, they'll run a couple screens to Mark Andrews here and there. And Leonard is big enough, he's fast enough and strong enough to catch one of these tight ends and take them down one-on-one, and that's what you're going to see here. You're going to see him come on this blitz. You're going to see this excellent play recognition by Leonard. Once he gets hit and notices that they're being soft-footed and that they want to move out here, and snuff this screen out and tackle Hawkinsmith here for a 2-yard loss. So let's see it. Yeah, great job there from Leonard to be able to recognize that and then make the tackle himself. Like I said, Leonard is incredibly talented in every aspect to be a linebacker. So in run defense, pass coverage, blitzing, everything you could want out of a linebacker, Leonard has it. In my opinion, he is the number one prototype linebacker in this league. The linebacker that can really do it all and do it all at a high level. And here again, let's see it one more time. You're going to see him come on this blitz, get hit, recognize what they're doing, and then make the play 2 yards in the backfield. Great job there from Leonard. Let's move on to the next play. On this play, you're going to see TJ Hawkinson run a slant. You see him lined up right here against Darius Leonard. And this is what I was talking about with Darius Leonard covering their tight end. This is actually the play right after the one we just saw. And Darius Leonard's going to do a really good job here of watching his route, seeing which way he's going to go, and then breaking on him and making a good hit right when he catches the ball. TJ Hawkinson does a really good job here of holding on to the ball, but this is really how you want this play. You want to see where he's going to go, make sure you don't let him get a big gain, and just make a sure tackle and limit his gain. But again, this is a really good play by Leonard here on stopping this route. And he's asked to cover him one-on-one. He does a great job of it. Now, TJ Hawkinson isn't Mark Andrews in really no way, shape, or form. But TJ Hawkinson is like Mark Andrews. He plays the same way. He's a receiving tight end. He finds room to get open. He runs good routes. And you see here Leonard again making a one-on-one tackle with the tight end, something he can do consistently. And I think he wouldn't have an issue tackling Mark Andrews one-on-one in open field. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Leonard plays this matchup. But I believe Leonard is talented enough to beat Mark Andrews in his reps. But this is going to be all the clips I have for you. Let's talk about these matchups just a little bit. Unique Ngakoue versus Castonzo kind of worries me. I'll tell you guys how I think these matchups will go and how they'll end up. But the Unique Ngakoue Anthony Castonzo one worries me. I hope we help Castonzo. Hope we have a running back out there to chip. I hope we slide protect to him, because Ngakoue definitely got the best of him earlier in the season. So this is a bad matchup for the Colts here. But the Quentin Nelson, Calais Campbell, I think Nelson handles his own. Nelson, 2-time All-Pro, is a beast. Everyone knows Quentin Nelson. You can make a highlight tape out of his play, and I showed you one earlier of him just absolutely pancaking, just obliterating Quentin Williams. I don't think Calais Campbell is, maybe in his prime, he would do better this matchup, but I don't think Calais Campbell is young enough to compete with Quentin Nelson right now. That being said, Calais Campbell's still talented, but I think Quentin Nelson can hold his own for sure. And this Mark Andrews one versus Darius Leonard. I think Darius Leonard, again, is talented enough to hold his own. I showed you a couple clips of him. He can come on a blitz, and he's fast enough and smart enough to react to a screen to TJ Hawkinson and then get out there and make the tackle one-on-one. So I'm not worried about them two matchups. The one that really worries me is Unique Ngakoue versus Anthony Castonzo. Like I said, I think we can handle it. But that's all the plays I got. If you're still here, I appreciate you watching the video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for listening to what I got to say. But yeah, like I said, that's all I got. And until next time, guys, peace.